Moses escaped as he was afraid of the Pharaoh's high hand. He went out of the city without food or water. He walked for so long in desert and he wanted to walk in the direction of Madian, where the Pharaoh had no power over there. He had been walking till the hot sand burned the sole of his feet. They started to bleed as the road was very rough. He drank from the wells he passed by while traveling and ate from the leaves of the trees. After 8 days, he reached the land of Madian, in which son of Madian was living, and they are from family of Ibrahim, peace be upon him. The Madian people loved trading, luxury, and values. When Moses entered the city, he saw two girls.
We can't alter our flocks until the shepherds take their flocks.
After Moses had lifted the big rock, which can only be moved by 10 men, he watered their sheep and then returned to sit in the shade of the tree.
ولما توجه تلقاء مدين قال عسى ربي أن يهديني سواء السبيل ولما ورد ماء مدين وجد عليه أمة من الناس يسقون ووجد من دونهم امرأتين تذودان قال ما خطبكما قالتا لا نسقي حتى يصدر الرعاء وأبونا شيخ كبير فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال رب إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير.
Surely you are wondering our unusual early return.
Allah blessed us with a strong young man who watered our sheep.
It appears from the way he dressed that he is not from Madian. He was wearing Egyptian clothes. He looked extremely fatigued. It seemed that he had been traveling for a long distance.
I heard him saying, Allah, I'm in need of whatever good you bestow on me.
And here Shuaib said to his daughters, after he had sensed that the man was kind and trustworthy, he asked one of his daughters to invite the man to their home to reward him from drawing water for them.
My father invites you to our home to reward you for having watered our sheep.
Moses followed the young girl, but suddenly he stopped after he had seen her legs when the wind blew off her clothes and disclosed her legs. He told her to walk in front of her as if, I mistake the way, you will warn me. Shuaib welcomed Moses and was very generous with him. He asked, Who are you? Where do you come from? Moses narrated his story to Shuaib, who said, Fear you not, you escaped from the disbelievers.
Oh, my father, hire him. The best man for you to hire is the strong and the trustworthy.
Shuaib asked his daughter, How did you know that he is strong and trustworthy? She told him the story of the big stone, which he lifted alone, and when the wind blew her dress and her legs disclosed. Shuaib agreed to his daughter's request, Sephora, and offered him job, and asked Moses, I wish to wed one of my daughters to you on condition that you agree to work for me for a period of 8 years, herding my sheep. If you complete 10 years, it will be from you. I intend not to place you under difficulty. Moses accepted the offer and said, "That is between me and you. Whichever of the two terms I fulfill, there will be no injustice to me."
فجاءته إحداهما تمشي على استحياء قالت إن أبي يدعوك ليجزيك أجر ما سقيت لنا. فلما جاءه وقص عليه القصص قال لا تخف نجوت من القوم الظالمين. قالت إحداهما يا أبت استأجره إن خير من استأجرت القوي الأمين. قال إني أريد أن أنكحك إحدى ابنتي هاتين على أن تأجرني 8 حجج فإن أتممت 10 فمن عندك وما أريد أن أشق عليك ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصالحين. قال ذلك بيني وبينك أيما الأجلين قضيت فلا عدوان علي والله على ما نقول وكيل.
And Allah is surety over what we say. After Moses had completed the 10 years of labor helping Shuaib, a deep homesick aroused in his heart. He asked Shuaib to allow him to return to Egypt with his wife and the 2 children secretly to know about his family, and gave him all the money needed for his traveling. Moses left Madian with his family. He traveled through the deserts. He tried to lit up fire to get some warmth, but for the strong wind, he wasn't able to. Suddenly, he noticed a fire in the distance coming from Mount Tur. He said to his family, "Wait, I have seen a fire. Perhaps I can bring you some burning brand therefore, or find some guidance at the fire." When he came to the fire, he found the fire coming from a tree whose leaves were green. The tree was in the west of a
فلما قضى موسى الأجل وسار بأهله آنس من جانب الطور نارا قال لأهلهم كثوا إني آنست نارا لعلي آتيكم منها بخبر أو جذوة من النار لعلكم تصطلون.
mountain on the right of Moses. Moses was astonished. The wind calmed down in the valley of Tua on the mount of Tur in Sinai. He put his hand on his eyes as the light was so strong. He wondered if it was the fire or light. He was terrified, so he ran away quickly, but suddenly stopped as the valley was shaking and the land under his feet was throbbing. Allah's voice was coming from all over the valley. "Oh, Moses!" Moses fearfully replied and looking to all sides. "Who?" Allah Almighty said, "I am your Lord, so take off your shoes. You are in the sacred valley, Tuwa." All Moses' body was shaking and his fear aroused after he knew that he was in the presence of Allah, so he took off his shoes. Allah said, "In the name of Allah, the most merciful, "What is that in your right hand, O Moses?" Moses replied, "This is my stick, whereon I lean, wherewith I beat down the branches for my sheep, and wherein I find the other uses." Allah said, "Cast it down, O Moses." He cast it down and beheld it. It was a snake moving quickly. Great truth of God. When Moses saw the snake moving around him and between his feet, he was frightened, so he ran away. However, Allah Almighty called him by saying, "In the name of Allah, the most merciful, grasp it and fear not. We shall return it to its former state." When Moses stretched his hand to the snake, it changed into a stick once again. Allah said, "By the name of Allah, the most merciful, press your right hand to your left side. It'll come forth white and shining without any disease as another sign. We show you some of our greater signs." And Moses pressed his hand in his pocket and it came forth white without any disease, and he put his hand on his heart, so it became relaxed. And Allah commanded Moses, "Go to Pharaoh, he is overwhelmed." Moses appealed, "My Lord, I have indeed killed a man from them, so I fear they may kill me, and my brother Harun is more eloquent than I am, so send him with me." Allah responded, "We will assist you with your brother and grant you both authority, so they cannot harm you with our signs. You and those who follow you will certainly prevail." Moses prayed to Allah, "O my Lord, open for me my chest, ease my task, and make loose the knot from my tongue, so that they understand my speech, and appoint for me a helper from my family, Harun, my brother, to increase my strength with him, and let him share my task." Allah granted Moses' request and appointed Harun, his brother, his helper. Allah narrated to Moses his story since the day he was born and said, "I made you for my message."
فلما أتاها نودي من شاطئ الوادي الأيمن في البقعة المباركة من الشجرة أن يا موسى إني أنا الله رب العالمين وأن ألق عصاك. فلما رآها تهتز كأنها جان ولا مدبرا ولم يعقب. يا موسى أقبل ولا تخف إنك من الآمنين. أسلك يدك في جيبك تخرج بيضاء من غير سوء واضمم إليك جناحك من الرهب فذلك برهانان من ربك إلى فرعون وملئه إنهم كانوا قوما فاسقين. قال رب إني قتلت منهم نفسا فأخاف أن يقتلون وأخي هارون هو أفصح مني لسانا فأرسله معي يرد أن يصدقني إني أخاف أن يكذبون. قال سنشد عضدك بأخيك ونجعل لكما سلطانا فلا يصلون إليكما بآياتنا أنتما ومن اتبعكما الغالبون.